We begin with breaking news in the increasingly strange case of American software multimillionaire John McAfee, wanted for questioning in the Central American country of Belize for his neighbor's mysterious murder. Tonight in Guatemala, he was arrested for entering the country illegally, the same place where earlier today our team tracked him down for this exclusive interview. Here's ABC's Matt Gutman from Guatemala City.
It is the latest in the bizarre tale of John McAfee, the software tycoon who's been on the lam for 3 weeks in a cat-and-mouse game with authorities in Belize. But tonight, McAfee was arrested by immigration authorities in Guatemala's capital.
How have you been?
Really good since I got here.
Just hours earlier, he sat down for an exclusive interview with ABC News, showing us that a man known for packing a pistol was unarmed and insisting he did not murder his neighbor, Greg Fall.
Who do you think killed Greg Fall?
How would I know? How would I know?
Our search for McAfee began 3 weeks ago in Belize City. Then onto this puddle jumper to an island off the coast, Ambergris Key, his home. We went looking for McAfee at his compound.
Hello? Anybody home?
Finding only a guard.
Have you heard from Mr. McAfee?
No.
No.
That's certainly innocent of the charges.
Then he found us, calling my phone.
If I were a madman, how could I judge?
Hi, John. How are you?
Then back in the U.S. last night in Atlanta, we heard from him again.
Thank God I'm in a place where there's some sanity.
And finally, today in Guatemala City, a much calmer McAfee.
You did not, nor did any of your associates shoot him.
For what reason? How stupid would it be? He's my neighbor.
Why don't you take a lawyer, somebody you trusted, go to the police, talk to them, hash this all out?
If only 1/10 of what I'm saying is true, then I'm going to go in with the lawyer. Things are going to be very polite, and they're going to say, because you said this, we think maybe you might have done that, we're going to have to detain you. Do you think that the system of justice works in Belize like it does in America? It does not.
Since his glory days in the 80s and 90s, pioneering that antivirus software that still pops up on millions of computers, McAfee's journey has twisted and turned. In 2009, hit hard by the recession, he liquidated his assets, telling Nightline,
"It's been reported you were worth about $100 million.
It may have been true.
Then he moved to Belize and bought this seaside compound shaded by whispering palms. But the skies darkened for him, he said, when he refused to bribe the government. He started a company that turned jungle plants into medicine, but he says his failure to bribe brought on a raid on his lab last May on suspicion he was manufacturing meth. He was never charged. Then last month, just a day after 4 of his dogs were poisoned, his neighbor, Fall, was found shot in the head. Weeks earlier, Fall had sent officials this petition, obtained exclusively by ABC News, complaining of McAfee's shotgun-slinging security guards and his vicious dogs.
He loved dogs. He couldn't hurt or harm anyone's dogs. We didn't get along. He drank too much. I don't hang with people who drink. But he did not have a bad heart. He could not have poisoned dogs.
His antics have left many questioning his sanity.
Are you paranoid?
I don't think so.
No.
I mean, if they're not after me, why did they send 42 soldiers? Why did they sell them $2 million as my stuff? Why did they keep? I think you or someone were there where they were searching. That's one of 8. If they're not after me, then we have a mass hallucination, and we should all commit ourselves.
And to avoid that manhunt, he hid.
What's been the hardest part?
Not seeing the sun a lot, because when we were inside, couldn't go outside. When we're outside, can't go inside.
He also says he disguised himself.
And I had a cane. I was walking like this, and I had my jaws stuffed with toilet paper. I've changed my hair radically. I've dyed it black. I've chopped it off.
Being on the run has taken its toll. He's gaunt and bleary-eyed. For years, he'd filled his compound with guns, bodyguards, and women, living with 5 or 6 at a time. But he insists that his countless postings about using bath salts, slang for a type of designer drug, heralding them as a super perv powder, were just a prank.
Why on earth would I want to buy bath salts while I'm living in a country where everybody's on cocaine? That's a good drug if I remember it. I'm going to get heroin if I wanted. Why on earth would I do bath salts?
And even sitting right in front of you, he remains elusive, shifting, fidgeting, a moving target.
You have created a dream, which really is a nightmare, and it's your nightmare, not mine, because I've been able to use it as a springboard.
And because his story and his journey are so unusual, and the murder of an American in an island paradise remains unsolved. I'm Matt Gutman for Nightline in Guatemala City.